How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy. Going to be talking about value within all of the different DFS apps that we have here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, PrizePicks, Underdog, ParlayPlay, Better, Dabble, Fliff, wherever we can find value, we're going to snipe it. We're going to go ahead and get those plays in. And we're going to be comparing sportsbooks lines and odds directly back to those DFS apps as mentioned to find value, to find plus EV plays and play them in the correct slip types across these DFS apps to give ourselves the best chance to be long-term profitable playing DFS, which is the goal here, to find plays with an edge every single time we are entering slips. All right. How's everybody doing? 56 people, 10 likes. Let's do it. What's up, Chase? If you guys haven't already, PrizePicks. Okay, this is a good play. So it looks like they've gotten. Maybe I haven't refreshed. Look, we're gonna have to build. You guys are gonna have to build with me for me at the same time for PrizePicks right now. Working on stuff. We'll see what's gonna happen here soon enough. But right now, if I was you guys, I'm entering in Bo Hostler over 70 strokes. The dude is at 70.5 on DraftKings. I'm sure on FanDuel as well. Minus 140 over 70.5. You get it at 70, so 0.5 lower and juiced. Let's take that. Looking distinguished today, PhD. Oh gosh, dude, I have the light off too, so it's a little dark in here because yesterday I got a screaming headache just from all the light and then not wearing these glasses. Okay, it shows 7 a.m., but is he still on the PrizePicks board? This is gonna be a little tough. All right, well, this is what you should be building out. Bo Hostler over 70 strokes if it's up there. Paul Reed over 9.5. You're gonna have to move quick for that. 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Cade Cunningham under 38 fantasy score. It's all right. Let's see. Cody Martin under 21.5 fantasy score. So right there, that's 4 plays. Oh, and then let's go OC over 12.5 maps 1 kills. If anybody can get that in and toss a link into the chat, that would be very clutch. Bo Hostler over 70. Paul Reed over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Cade under fantasy score. Oh wait, hold on. Now add Tobias Harris over 26.5 PRA instead. Cody Martin under 21.5 fantasy score. Boom, just like that. Yes, sir, Luke. We'll skip around to the different DFS apps. Trying to go ahead and get off this PrizePicks slip for now. If somebody is able to build that out, drop it in the chat. You guys, it's right here. Come on. All right, Bo Hostler over 70 strokes. That's PGA. NBA, Paul Reed over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Set to 10.5 on all these DFS apps. That's going to be bumped soon. Cade under 38.5 fantasy score. Tobias Harris over 26.5 PRA. And I don't think we really want to like game stack it too much. Let's go with Cody Martin under 21.5 fantasy score. Philly plays bumped. Philly plays bumped. John says if he doesn't bet it, then it's not that good. I'm working with a little bit of limitations here, John. You guys know I bet everything. Everything we talk about, I bet. Yeah, I literally placed them live on stream just yesterday. These went 3 of 5 and 4 of 6 here on our 2 League of Legends plays. Sengun was so trash. Um, yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to figure that out. Let's go ahead. Let's go somewhere else for now. Let's see what else we can do. It's a little tough because I can't do it like right in front of you guys on PP at least. Hmm. So Hostler's on Underdog at 70.5. Let me refresh this. Bill Hostler over 70.5 strokes. I don't want to take this Jalen Bridges play because he's at 21.5 on ParlayPlay, 20.5 on UD. I want to see where some of the sports books come in with that play. Um, this is 57.76, so we could come down here and come down to like Isaiah Hill over 7.5 rebounds and assists, minus 140, minus 145 ish on the over there, and then DeMar DeRozan over 4.5 assists. Still going to be plus EV overall, taking into consideration what that golf play actually is. Okay, looks like DeRozan's assist was bumped. Let's see. I want something that doesn't have like this crazy push potential. Um, so we got a DraftKings line here, 15.5. It's bumped to 16.5 on ParlayPlay. I don't want to get too much lower than that. Unless we go with Skeens as a 1-to-1 comparison with Sports Quack. Let's go with Braden Norris. Let's do it. All right. So this slip, I'm not going to be able to. Oh, maybe. I don't think it will. Oh, wow. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I put the link into the chat. So Bo Hostler over 70 strokes. Isaiah Hill over 7.5 rebounds plus assists, and Braden Norris over 15.5 PRA. But why is this play good? We talked about Bo Hostler a little bit, right? Bo Hostler's at 70.5 on DraftKings, minus 140 to the over. We get it 0.5 lower, so we do have a little bit of push potential here necessarily with Bo Hostler, but 0.5 lower, and it's already juiced minus 140 over, the higher number here. Then with Isaiah Hill, looks like DraftKings and Bovada both have this minus 140 and minus 145 to go over 7.5. We get it at minus 122 odds in the 3-pick 6x slip. No NHL, yeah, only correlation. Yeah, the lag on UD is absolutely terrible. Yeah, and then Braden Norris, like not my favorite play, but still getting this in even with Isaiah Hill, right? We're looking for above 55% on our average fair odds percentage for a 3-pick 6x slip to be plus EV on Underdog. This being at 50, almost 58%, right? It's going to average these 3 plays to above that 55% number. So I'm okay taking these 3 plays together. My only thing that I don't like love is Braden Norris. Like it's 15.5 on both DraftKings and Underdog, minus 130. So it is juiced on the over of 15.5 by DraftKings. We're getting it at a better number on Underdog. It's at 16.5 on ParlayPlay. So I mean it's good for us, right? If ParlayPlay has bumped this up already. But you guys get what I'm saying. We just don't have all that much data. I'd rather have, another sports book coming to back us up. Um, Damian Lillard, if this play was here just a second ago, I would have told you Isaiah Hill, Damian Lillard, and Bo Hostler, but that's just how the game works, right? Value pops up differently at different times. Sports books put out lines at random times. PrizePicks puts their lines out at random times. Odds get adjusted based off news the sports books are hearing, everything taken into consideration. So you never know when odds are going to move, when lines are going to drop. But that's why it's clutch. Whenever you have the optimizer, you're able to, refresh, or it updates in real time for you to be able to catch these lines on these DFS apps that are slower to adjust than the sports books. So it's really, really convenient to have a tool like this that spots that value right away, because I wouldn't know that Damian Lillard's rebounds and assist line just got posted, or that his odds just went crazy, ripping towards the over of 10.5 rebounds and assists without a tool like this. So I wouldn't know there's value there, right? Looks like they probably bumped that one. All right, let's keep moving. So I haven't used my slide the line yet on ParlayPlay. So let's see what they might have. Yeah. I would have liked, and the reason why I say that too about Damian Lillard, I forgot they've already moved it. But if you guys looked at Damian Lillard, like, we had more data points to go off of, right? So we can trust that play a little bit more than just going off DraftKings odds, basically, right? And the fact that ParlayPlay had it up to 16.5. Right. So that's why I like it. I liked it more, right? The more data points, the more confident you can be that the market is right if you're catching it off or at better odds on a different site, right? Because it shouldn't be on that site. That's why these prop sites bump stuff, right? Because there's an edge when comparing to the rest of the market. We're just able to beat them and get it in quick. All right, so there is plenty of better value. So let's build out a slip on better. Let me check real quick. I don't think it's gonna let me. There's more books that you can look at, Austin, but it's also off, right? Like I said, I used it in the other one too. All right, so yeah, let's do this. So let's do NBA. So Paul Reed over 9.5 rebounds and assists. CJ McCollum over 24.5 PRA. If you guys are on better, build this out with me. It's you have to do it on the phone. There's no website for it. No website presence. So CJ McCollum over 24.5 PRA. We have I mean, I don't hate taking Maxi over with it as well. Okay, maybe a little bit of a stack, right? I don't think it's that crazy. Let's go Maxi over PRA. Maxi over 36.5 PRA. And then we're also going to go ahead with Zion over 5.5 rebounds. I don't mind taking these kind of one-off props if we're taking one with PRA and then one with, like, a specialized prop, if that makes sense. Anthony Simmons over 5.5 assists, and then we'll finish it off with Kyrie Irving under PRA. And that's going to be in a 6-pick insured slip, the best slip type on better right now. So Anthony Simons is over 5.5 assists on the Trailblazers, then Mavericks, Kyrie under 34.5 PRA. All right, so that's Paul Reed over 9.5 assists plus rebounds. Siemens, yeah, that was a clip there. Um, CJ McCollum over 24.5 PRA. Tyrese Maxey over 36.5 PRA. Zion over 5.5 rebounds. Simons. I think I don't even really know. Simons, I think. Yeah, it's Simons for sure. Over 5.5 assists, and then Kyrie Irving under 34.5 PRA. Guys, that's a 6-pick insured slip on better. One of the best slip types in the game. Talking about all of DFS, right? You get these plays at minus 116 odds in a 6-pick insured slip on better. Think about this. You can literally profit going 4 of 6. You get 1.25x, right? So it's not a bunch of money, but you literally profit money. You don't lose money for getting 2 wrong. You profit 1.5x for going 5 of 6. You profit money for getting 1 wrong. You get 20x for 6 of 6. It's an insane slip type, and you guys need to be taking advantage of it. For better, I like to give you guys the percentages. That way you can kind of come down and snag some plays that might be below, but as long as your fair odds percentage, averaged across that slip for those specific plays is going to be above that specific percentage, then you're good to go. Like 53.7% on better, right? That's what you're looking for. So you want 6 props that are going to average to a higher percent odds to hit or fair odds percentage above that 53.7%. So a solid slip type there on better. And we ate up a bunch of that value. But and we had to kind of game stack a little bit, but like I said, I don't mind that. We're gonna keep trucking along. I do want to keep checking on ParlayPlay and make sure that we're not missing any value, because ParlayPlay and the way I'm playing it these days with the slide the line promo, we got to make sure we're getting at least one solid prop and then using slide the line, right? We can't just be grabbing anything. Wanted to mention this. I don't think I brought this up yet. Kyrie's gone. If Kyrie's gone and you're still needing to get that slip in, you need one more play. I would get in Buddy Heat. Hold on. We got a lot. Let's go PJ Washington under 1.5 3-pointers made. Average odds of about minus 133, minus 132, yeah. For him to go under 1.5 3-pointers made, or Jeremy Grant over 22.5 points, which actually would pair pretty well with Simons over 5.5 assists, right? Like NBA, not super correlated, right? There is some slight positive correlation, or that can at least help out your slips a little bit, right? If Simon is going over 5.5 assists, hopefully, or likely at least, he's probably passing the ball to Grant a decent amount. And if Grant's going over 22 points, hopefully he's making a couple buckets, getting past them from Anthony. So I don't know why I struggled with his name so much. I really don't. But you get the point. It's not as heavily correlated as quarterback to wide receiver, right? But it's kind of there. PrizePicks, a little bit of the same value we've already got. Let's keep chucking along. Let's keep chucking along here. Dude, remember when Dabble was just lit up with green plays all the time? That was good times. That was fun stuff. All right. So nothing crazy on Fliff right now. I know you guys are looking for those player props that has been absolutely crushing off the optimizer. Ooh, one thing that nobody's brought up that was talked about. Damn, that is a nice play we missed. Yeah, we're looking at Fliff. One thing I wanted to bring up that nobody has mentioned. Actually, I'll bring it up as I'm talking about this or after this. But on a little mini heater in the Premium Picks Discord for DGF, some of the slips on the stream and some of the slips on Twitter lately have not been doing the best. But yeah, on a little bit of a heater. 2x PrizePicks slip and then 3 straight 6x UD slips to go in the Discord. So that's nice. The PrizePicks slip I had tweeted out yesterday got ruined by golf. 2x though. We take it. Uh, Play I found on Luca earlier today, under 51.5 PRA. Using the middling tool at Daily Grind Fantasy, he's at 51.5 with minus 119 odds to go under. We could get that, right? He was at 49.5 on Fliff at minus 125 to the under. So a 2 PRA discrepancy and better odds. Sign me up. Sign me up for the under on Luca. Um, what was it? One more thing too. This was the correlated slip earlier. I'm not sure if they're still available. They start at 2 o'clock, so you can check it out. Correlation tool here in a second, maybe. Tweeted out that prop, that prop. Hang on. All right, so let's talk about this. So yesterday on the stream, we went ahead and got in Suggs over 2.5 assists at minus 110 on Fliff. The rest of the market was in that minus 160 range, basically. It missed. It missed. This is something you have to live with when you're chasing value like this. Is sometimes the greatest of value plays is still going to miss, right? A little bit of these sports books might have been banking on news that they've had that Paulo was going to miss the game, and that would have really helped Jalen Suggs assist. Paulo ended up playing, which kind of sucks. He could still go over this line with Paulo playing. However, he ended up getting 2 assists, and we were right there. We were right there. You got to live with it, though. It was obviously clear value at that current moment with where the odds were, and something you're going to take every single time, or you should be taking. That was a tough one. How early does everyone make picks? The insurance on better is called dynamic payout or something like that. So you'd have to click that. How early does everyone make picks? Any time of the day. I'm using the optimizer, using these tools as often as you can. There's also notifications that can be set up right underneath my camera. There's like right here. There's like a little bell notification that you can actually click and create notifications and set them up however you would like. What percent odds to hit and everything like that for what specific books, etc. And then you can get emailed these notifications, have the emails to your phone. When a prop hits the board, you can get notified and get it in. Does anybody know is Sleeper running a protected play today? Does anybody know? Is Sleeper running a protected play today? That'd be nice. Hold on. Did this have teams in this? Period, complexity, elevate, nouns. All right, so we can go ahead and get this play in. Do you guys want a UD slip or do you want a PrizePicks correlated slip? This is in CS2, right? It is highly correlated, but with CS2, the correlation is 3 different game stacks, right? Where you're taking either the same game overs or same game unders with 2 players on each of those teams, right? If there's less rounds, less opportunities for kills. More rounds, more opportunities for kills. All right, PrizePicks UD, PrizePicks is there COD EV on Sports Quack DGF. I'm not sure if we have COD on Sports Quack just yet. Wondering how early you should make picks on Fliff. It's gonna be kind of up to you. I mean, it depends on what the value is and where you want to get it. Wanted to mention, if you guys don't have access to Daily Grind Fantasy yet, you guys can get access linked in the description of the live stream to the the website and these picks. And I don't even want to say picks. Let's just say value, right? Because all we're doing is scraping the value, putting it into one place, doing the math on the back end to find what plays are plus EV, and then it's up to you, right? From there, we're putting it right in front of you in real time to help you beat these bumps. Let's say M80 versus Odic, Bet Boom versus Preezy, and Bestia versus Liquid. Let's go ahead and run this. I am gonna refresh real quick just to double check. We're not. We're getting the best of the best here. All right, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so all text, and if somebody can go ahead and hit this and then put the link into the chat, would appreciate it. Uh, all text over 27 maps 1 and 2 kills. Same game Zort over 29.5 kills. Padian over 12.5 first map kills. Thomason over 13, and then Brett over 10.5, and BRZ and 4 and whatever over 14.5. Can somebody put that in chat? Can somebody put that in the chat, please? All right, somebody send it to me on Twitter then. Somebody send me the link on Twitter and I'll put it in the chat. Or just tail it. It's not that hard to enter. You can watch it and then enter it. It shouldn't be that hard to just plug and play this. It's not like they're bumping or moving very fast. So you guys should be able to get that in. If somebody wants to DM me it on Twitter, that'd be awesome. But if not, it is what it is. Sorry, I had to take that phone call. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you guys or just leave abruptly, but is what it is. All right, if you know what, at this point, if you were just too lazy to enter that in, I'm sorry. You had time to get it in. Any value on better. So we did build out one better slip already. UD, that was our slip. Let's go ahead and go back to the optimizer. Let's see if anything's changed on better. Okay, so we have some wizards value. I take that. Could take this, this. All right, here's another better slip, right? Let's build it out. Let's build it out. If you oh, there we go. Hang on one sec. Let me do this first real quick. Okay, a couple of you guys have sent it to me. Appreciate it. All right, so you guys should be able to tail that link right there. And you know what? We might if you guys are no, I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I'm gonna figure something out, guys. I'm gonna figure something out. But yeah, here's a better slip. Let's build this out. Let's build this out on better. Paul Reed, we could dip back in the Paul Reed action if we really want to. I mean, there's great value on it. He's at 19.5 on the books, 18.5 on better. I say we do it. Paul Reed Legacy Night for the squad. So let's do this. Let's build it out. I'm going to be building out Paul Reed over 18.5 PRA. Then we're going to go to the Wizards. Wizards, we're taking Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 turnovers. We're taking Tyus Jones under 23.5 PRA, right? Slight positive correlation there, right? If Kyle Kuzma's turning the ball over 3 times, maybe 3 less possessions, something like that, for Tyus Jones to record some stats. Like I said, it's not really there, but it's kind of there if you think about it. Zubac under 23.5 PRA. Well, then that kind of kind of screws us for the for that, but we can stack it. It's fine. It's really not that big a deal. We've already played PJ Washington. We haven't played Anthony under 35.5 PRA. So we've taken the over of 5.5 assists. Now we're taking the under of 35.5 PRA. And you guys, this is a volume game. Like, we're not scared about him. Like, he can easily go over 5.5 assists, but also under 35.5 PRA. And then we've already played PJ Washington. RJ Barrett under 31.5 PRA for Toronto. And that's 6 right there. So we got Paul Reed over 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 turnovers. Tyus Jones under 23.5 PRA. Zubac under 23.5 PRA. Anthony Simmons under 35.5 PRA. And then RJ Barrett under 31.5 PRA. And if we look, right, let's look at some of these plays and why they're good. Paul Reed, we already see, right? The market has him at 19.5. Bettors lagging behind at 18.5. Kuzma, simply just odds based, right? They're all at 2.5, minus 135-ish across the books. You get it at minus 116 in a 6-pick insured slip on better or dynamic payout slip on better. Tyus Jones, 22.5 on majority of these sports books. Bet Online still has a 23.5 juice on the under. Zubac, 22.5 across the books, right? Right around his even line. So not really too much. Maybe there's slight juice on the over of 22.5. But still, over the long term, this is a better play. Taking it on better at under 23.5. 53.78% chance to hit. We're looking for 53.7+% chance to hit in order to be profitable over the long term, playing these better 6-pick insured slips. So you guys get the point of what I'm getting at here. Zubac removed. Okay. Jones removed. You guys, let's see what we can do. We can replace it. You guys can use the screens to your advantage. All right, take Buddy Hield over 16.5. I don't know what. Oh my God, Facebook. How did I? Oh, okay. I clicked our DGF Facebook. I'm like, how in the world do I get the Facebook right there? All right, Buddy Hield over 16.5 points and assists. Really solid play. 54.56%. 17.5 and juice on the over. Lock that in instead. Let's see. Siakam over 31.5 PRA. Boom. Lock that in instead. Tyus Jones under 9.5 assists. If Jones was removed for PRA, get the under 9.5 assists. Karl-Anthony Towns over 2.5 turnovers. Zion over 2.5 turnovers. Like, these are right on the cusp of that 53.7. But if you're getting in some of these top plays, this slip's still going to be really, really good. As far as a plus EV slip over the long term. This is what I'm getting at too. Like, we basically give you guys an hour of the optimizer for free. Take advantage of it. Like, if I don't say something or tell you to do this, build your own slip by looking at it, or if something gets bumped, something gets removed, snag something else, toss it in there. As long as you guys are listening to what I'm saying and sticking to the correct slip types and making sure your plays are still going to be plus EV, use it to your advantage. But the best way to constantly get value and beat the bumps is literally having it yourself. Like the fantasy bundle, guys, is really really a good deal. Between the middling tool, the optimizer, having access to it all day long. I had tweeted out that let's look at some hot streak value. I'm sure there's some hot streak value right now. So Steph Curry, 4.5 assists. We can get him at 5.5, but he is juiced minus 168. So if we can see something, okay. De'Aaron Fox, points plus rebounds. He's at 28.5, minus 125 juice on Fliff. Under 28.5, we can get it at 29.5 on the under. Well, speaking of Steph, I might have just moved his. Hold on. Who did I just say? Fox. Fox. Points plus rebounds, 29.5. Is that what I said it's at? Yeah, 29.5. Let's see. Carl Towns heavily juiced. Jaylen Brown, right around that same kind of scenario. Therese Halliburton, kind of right around that same scenario. Still don't get how to use the middling tool. I'm confused. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but I have tried to explain it. Like, let's see. Steph's at minus 168. Maybe we just get Steph in and just eat some of this juice. Let me see. What is he on, actually? Minus 135, under 4.5, minus 168, under 5.5. So it's like a 3x multiplier still. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this in. I should have let you guys hit it a little bit. That's kind of on me. But Curry under 5.5 assists. De'Aaron Fox under 29.5 PR. And we're gonna talk about the middling tool, right? That's Brett. This is what you're looking at. You're looking at the middling tool. So this is where it's going to really compare DFS apps to DFS apps, right? PrizePicks on the optimizer is really only going to show you the sports books. Sometimes it'll have DFS apps, especially in like those niche esports markets. Better doesn't have esports, so it's not going to show you compared to them. But over here on the middling tool, it's going to show you what all the lines are across these DFS apps. You can kind of see the odds that you're kind of getting these at, and where you're going to be able to find the best odds, where somebody is off. Oftentimes, hot streak is off when comparing to the market. You guys can see how many green hot streak squares there are when comparing to the market, really, right? It's kind of what you're looking for, and not even really paying attention to this number here, right? You want to look at what's off exactly, right, and go from there. Dabble right now. I mean, Dabble Tyrese Maxey over or under 21.5 field goals attempted on Dabble right now. Seems to be a pretty solid play. Hold on, let's see. All right, let's build a Dabble slip. Let's build a Dabble slip. It's not my favorite thing to trust in these niche markets necessarily. Is these attempts like this, but there is clear value whenever you're going off of the three DFS apps we have lines for, right? Tyrese Maxey on PrizePicks and ParlayPlay set to 19.5. All these DFS apps set lines independently. If they're at 19.5 and Dabble is at 21.5, pretty clear that Dabble's off. I say pretty clear. Like if we had another one or two books that had these props, right, and they were, you know, and they had this lineup and they were all at 19.5, like then it would be very clear, right? But you get what I'm saying. Comparing to the data that we have right now, Tyrese Maxey under 21.5 field goals attempted. And then we're gonna go with Luka over 9.5 3-pointers attempted, and Donovan Mitchell over 8.5 3-pointers attempted. Right, both only 0.5 off, but still decent value getting it on Dabble. If you guys are following me on Dabble, I haven't posted many plays because there just hasn't been much value. I will go ahead and put this one on there. So Luca over, and then we need Donovan Mitchell over. They wouldn't let me put my description. All right, I see some of you guys copying it already. Let's see. Yeah, so ABC, you bring up a good point. I'm talking about using it in one aspect, but there is another aspect in a way to use the milling tool. I'm glad you brought that up. I'll talk about that in a second. My dabble is Sports by Dustin. All right, so yes, there's multiple different ways to use the middling tool. We're kind of using it just comparing the market, right, where they're at and finding where these other DFS apps are off, right? But you can also use it by actually middling, right? So what we could do, which I will also explain why we're not doing it on this specific play, right? Let's say ParlayPlay didn't exist for just 1 second, right? They didn't have this line. They didn't have a line. We just had Dabble and we had PrizePicks. Like you could essentially middle this play, right? You could take the over of 19.5 field goals attempted on PrizePicks, the under of 21.5 on Dabble, and if he lands on 20 or 21, you win both sides of your bet, right? You win on PrizePicks and you win on Dabble. There is a certain percent chance that he does land at 20 or 21 field goals attempted, right? If you only have two books, right? Because there is no market established, right? In these, they set different, they set their lines independently. It's no saying who's really sharper on either side. So you could middle it. Mostly you will see that in esports, right? I tweeted out, actually, let me bring this up. This is a good point. And I don't even know if it's played or if it middled or anything yet because I was unable to get it in myself, but I just happened to catch it on the Optimizer. Look at this. This is actually insane. This is why you should be doing it. Whether it hits or not, it was the right play to do, right? It was the right way to go about it because we don't know this. PrizePicks or Underdog sharper in Valorant. I don't know. Look at this. So you could have seen it on the middling tool. I just happened to catch it on the actual optimizer when I screenshotted it, but it would have popped up much like you guys are seeing on the middling tool right now. It would have been right here, PrizePicks and then Underdog, and you would have seen that you could middle it. However, oops, what am I doing? Oh, back here. Um, Patty Tech under 46.5 on Underdog, right? And then it was at 35.5 on PrizePicks. So you have a 10.5 kill middle on between these two different apps, right? And that's kind of how the middling tool is meant to be used essentially. You can find where you can get a good bet on both sides and have a potential to or a percentage chance to win both bets. So if it lands on 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, you would win both bets. If it landed on 46, you would push one, win on PrizePicks, right? Insane. There's a good percent chance that happens, right? So we see these big kill differences sometimes across these different esports like Valorant, League of Legends, CS2, where they are worth doing, right? But the reason why we are not doing it with Tyrese Maxey is because the market's kind of established. You have 3 books. 2 are agreeing that it should be set to 19.5. And the one outlier being Dabble is one that we are assuming is off when they're setting these lines. Vooch, look at Vucevic, under 18.5. 16 and 16 on those DFS apps. Good line right there. So we could toss one more in with Vooch. Let's do it. Let's do another dabble slip. This one's going to get a little weird. Hopefully you guys are learning a little bit. Let's go Wizards. Cash in the old 6-man. All right, so we're looking for Vucevic under 18.5. Insane. The market's at 16 right now. Under 18.5. And then in that same game, we're going to come down here and we see what is this? Giannis over 6 free throws made, I think it is. Let me see here. Free throws made, yep. Over 6. 7 on 2 different apps and then 6.5 on another, right? So kind of split, but we'll take the over of 6.5 here on Dabble. And then we keep scrolling and we find Paul Reed under 9 assists. Or sorry, rebounds. Yeah, let's do it. Paul Reed under 9 rebounds. Whole market set to 8.5. All right, so we got that in. So this is another dabble slip, right? And that's just going off of these discrepancies across the DFS apps. They bumped Reed to 19.5 on better. Yeah, I'm sure they did. Um, let's see. I think that's probably going to be it, guys, for this stream. I actually do have to get off, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna figure out what we can do here. Hopefully, we did get some slips off. We got some value. Better actually is just going crazy. I'll click on it one more time to see if there's some more value, and if there is, you guys can screenshot it, build out your own slip, whatever you want to do. But yeah, here it is. Not too much actually, so I wouldn't even worry about it. But all right, guys. Hopefully, we cash out some of these slips. I would appreciate it. Richard, we gave out a correlation slip just a little bit ago. I think that link is in the chat somewhere. I will paste it again. I'll paste it in here. I don't know if it's still going to be there. It's going to be bumped. But all right, guys. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Peace.